Every summer, my mom would go out into the garden and bring in zucchini and fry it batch after batch. 20 years of professional kitchens later, we're still frying zucchini in our own home. But today, we're adding a basil remoulade that's taking it to a whole new level. So if you're looking for a great way to transform beautiful garden zucchini into a family favorite, stick with us and we're going to show you how. So I grew up on a farm growing large gardens. We had multiple plots of vegetable gardens, and I feel very blessed to have grown up that way. So as I moved away and bought my own house, I decided that I was going to carry that on with my family as well. Now, our garden plots are not nearly as big as what I grew up having, but we are still growing a lot of the same things, and zucchini is one of them. The thing with zucchini is it grows like crazy. We cannot keep up with how much it produces, and that's a good problem to have. So after eating it grilled, and roasted, and baked, and pureed, there comes a point where we need to do something different with it. The favorite way that I have had zucchini was the way that my mom used to make it. My mom would come in from the garden, she would slice it up, she would bread up the zucchini with some pancake mix, yes, Bisquick, and she would fry it. With 20 years of kitchen experience, we're going to show you how to elevate that fried zucchini that mom used to make. So if you stick with us through this video, we're going to give you 4 skills that are going to help you elevate your kitchen game and that you'll be able to carry through your growing season, whether you've got your own vegetable garden or whether you've got a beautiful market down the road. So we're going to show you how to properly pick and prepare your zucchini. We're going to show you how to bread it properly. Then we're going to show you how to properly pan fry the zucchini. And from there, we'll show you how to make a basil remoulade that will take this perfectly fried vegetable and elevate it to a whole nother level. So I'm going to go out into the garden. I'm going to grab some zucchini and I'll meet you back in the kitchen. All right, so now we're out in the garden. And if you've never seen how a zucchini grows, this is the plant. Big, spiky leaves, very big, hollow, spiky stems as well. They grow these big, beautiful orange flowers. We are looking for a nice, small to medium-sized zucchini. The smaller it is here, the sweeter it's going to be, and the seeds are not going to be fully developed, so we don't have to worry about picking a bunch of seeds out. It'll also have a lower water content, which is perfect for frying. Best way to pick it is to go in, grab the fruit itself, and then give it a light twist clockwise. That will snap off the stem without hurting the plant itself and without damaging the fruit. From here, we're going to head back into the kitchen and we're going to prepare it for our breading. We are going to give this a wash. Because zucchini grows in the dirt, a lot of the times the fruit will also lay in the dirt itself, and we want to make sure we're perfectly clean and ready to go. So we're going to run this under a good amount of cold running water, make sure that we've rinsed everything off. From there, we're going to get our cutting board and we're going to prep the zucchini. Now, a lot of people you'll see on YouTube will slice the zucchini lengthwise, so they're big, long strips. We're going to go into medallions or rondelles for this prep. We like that because they are smaller and easier to eat. They're just a couple of bites. Perfect finger food to have with the rest of your meal, whether you're going for a picnic or eating here at home with perfectly fried chicken cutlets or a good pork chop. We want to find a nice balance of thickness, and we're going to make sure that we cut this evenly and consistently. We want to make sure each piece is cut the same so that way it fries the same and our product turns out the same every single time. So once our zucchinis are cut into the perfect medallions, we are going to salt them. Now, this was a step that my mom did not use. We do this for a couple of different reasons. One, this will internally season the zucchini in a way that you cannot get if you're just putting seasoning over the top after you're done frying. Zucchinis are mostly water, and we want to make sure that we get all of the seasoning that we can inside so that way this tastes good all the way through. Secondly, because of that water content, we run the risk if we don't do this that our breading will not properly adhere. It will steam really, really bad when we are frying, and then it will also slough all of that fried crust off. Once we've got them salted, we're going to put this on a paper towel lined plate. You'll see too that almost immediately upon putting the salt on the zucchini that it will start to bead up and that paper towel will start to absorb some of that water off of the zucchini itself. We're going to move to our next step and we're going to properly set up a breading station. So unlike the standard breading procedure that we've shown you in our chicken cutlet episode, we're going to use a 2-stage breading. We're going to use egg wash and seasoned flour. So in a mixing bowl, we're just going to mix up a couple of whole eggs and a splash of water. with a little bit of salt. Get that nice and beat together. So once that egg wash is ready to go, we're going to create our seasoned flour. Now again, my mom used to use Bisquick pancake mix. Totally fine option. It actually works really great if you go backpacking or camping. You can take a box of that stuff, add a little bit of water, make your pancakes. But also if you happen to be out and about and have access to vegetables while you're doing that kind of stuff, this works perfectly well. Today, we're gonna make our own seasoned flour with no extra additives like you would find in some of those store-bought pancake mixes. So we're gonna use all-purpose flour, and then we are going to use a little bit more salt and pepper. We're also gonna add our favorite secret ingredient, and that is Old Bay. Once that is all in, we're gonna just mix it all together with a whisk or a fork. So once we've got the seasoned flour ready, then we're going to get our landing zone prepared. We need a sheet tray lined with parchment paper and a wire rack. This is gonna help us clean up really quickly, but it's also gonna give our zucchini the best chance to get that crust to adhere. Once the breading station is ready, we're going to grab our zucchini here. You can see that the moisture has wicked off. We're gonna pat both sides dry because we want a nice dried zucchini to give ourselves the best chance of the perfect crust. So from here, we're gonna take that dried off zucchini and we're gonna just dump it all into our egg wash. So we're gonna mix the zucchini into the egg wash, get everything nice and coated. We're gonna take one zucchini medallion at a time, drop it into our flour, get that completely coated both sides, give it a nice little pat. Once that's breaded, we're going to drop that onto our wire rack lined sheet tray. And now we're just gonna repeat the process. Once all of our zucchini has been breaded, it's a crucial step to let this sit and rest for another 10 minutes. That will allow the gluten inside the flour to activate, and that will adhere the crust to the zucchini. While the breaded zucchini is resting, we're gonna move over and set up for our shallow pan fry. So as the name indicates, we are going to use a small amount of oil in a large pan. So the oil level is actually shallow instead of deep. Simple enough, right? So we're gonna use a little bit of peanut oil here. We're gonna make sure that we have roughly about 1/4 of an inch. We're gonna get this heating up. We wanna make sure that we're in control. We're looking for a temperature right around the 350 mark. So once our oil hits that temperature, our station's all set up, we're going to start frying. So we don't wanna overcrowd our pan. We're gonna work one piece at a time. We're gonna add it in until our pan is full, but not overcrowded. And we're gonna let this fry for a couple of minutes per side. You can see here, everything's bubbling up. It's cooking nicely. You can see around the bottom edges, things are starting to brown up. This is taking us roughly between 2 and 3 minutes. Once that is achieved, we're gonna flip the zucchini over and do the same thing on that side. Each side has been properly pan fried. Nice golden brown color, a nice crust. You can see that everything is cooked evenly. There's no darker spots, there's no too light spots. The crust is holding perfectly well. That means you've done your job. We're gonna remove our zucchini out onto our landing zone and give it a chance to cool. And now you've got your perfectly fried zucchini. But we wanna take it one step further. So now we're gonna show you how to make a basil remoulade that is the perfect accompaniment to dip your zucchini into. Derek, what's a remoulade? Great question. A remoulade is a classic French cold sauce, typically made of a mayo base with herbs and pickled items in it. That's it. We love remoulades because they give us the opportunity to play around in the kitchen with all sorts of flavors. So here, we're just gonna use some Duke's mayo. We're gonna microplane a clove or 2 of garlic in. We're gonna finely mince our basil and our chives that we have rinsed properly. We're going to zest and juice a lemon, a good healthy amount of salt and pepper, and our capers. That's it. We're gonna mix this all together. We're gonna taste it for seasoning, and we're going to adjust from there. This also works really well if you want to put a couple of splashes of hot sauce in there too. And there you have it. You have perfectly pan-fried zucchini with a great crust, well seasoned, and a great dipping sauce to go along with it. This takes me right back to being in the kitchen with my mom, being out in the garden with my family, and just having some of the best memories of my life. And if you like this episode, you're gonna love the episode that we've got for you next. Till the next one, we'll see you. Bye.